Hey everyone, today I want to go over some common accessories for zero-turn mowers that I think every owner should either have or at least consider having. Some of these are Toro specific accessories, but most manufacturers offer them. All these are genuine Toro that I bought for this mower specifically. The first would be a seat cover I highly recommend. A lot of these higher end zero-turn mowers have adjustable seats that are fairly expensive. They're in the $300 to $500 range, and most of them are made out of vinyl. The problem with vinyl is once vinyl starts to tear, like the crack on a windshield, it will just continue to expand and get worse until the seat basically just completely falls apart. A cover like this is polyester, so it's considerably more rip resistant, and it's also waterproof, so this will help extend the life of your seat significantly. It also has some pouches on the back for storing water bottles or whatever you want to put in the back. It's held tight by a pull string, so once it's in place and you can get it to kind of settle where it needs to be, it stays there, it doesn't really move, and it's a really nice genuine accessory that I highly recommend for anybody, especially someone who's using the mower for commercial use where they're going to be on and off the mower quite a bit. Another Toro specific accessory, a lot of their higher end mowers have this mount built into the frame, and this is the genuine Toro service jack that's available. It basically just pushes onto the front, and this pin retains it in place, and it will pick the mower up a lot higher than you'd be able to get it using a floor jack or anything like that. So if you're going to be cleaning or servicing your mower yourself, I highly recommend that jack. It's usually around $100, and you can safely lift and work under the mower by yourself with this jack. I'll go ahead and I'll lift it up to show you how high it actually does get the mower. Okay, I have the jack all the way up. It only takes about 30 seconds. It's pretty easy to lift. It's basically the same as you would have a lifting jack on the front of a trailer, and it does get the mower pretty high off the ground. Now you can safely climb underneath it, check the blades, sharpen them, remove them, whatever you need to do. It actually gets it so high that there's little mounts on the bottom of the bash guard that lets you come into contact with the ground. But now you can safely get underneath the mower and service it yourself. So this is definitely a really great accessory to have. Like I said, if you're going to work on it, it's pretty much a necessity. And the last accessory that I'm going to go over that I definitely highly recommend are a light kit for your mower. So I'll bring this down and we'll go over the light kit. All right, with the mower back on the ground now, you take a better look at the light kit. This is, again, a genuine Toro accessory. This is their light kit that is designed for these mowers. The majority of the Titan and Time Cutter mowers, I believe, are all wired from the factory for this light kit, so you do not have to do any sort of cutting or splicing into the wiring harness itself. The wiring harness is down here, and it's, like I said, it's from the factory, built into the mower, and this kit is designed to mate up to that wiring harness without having to do any cutting. The instructions really aren't that good that it comes with, but if you're decently mechanically inclined, you can look at it and figure it out. It only has 4 points of plugs, so you have 2 LED lights on the front. You can obviously put them on the side or anywhere else. You don't have to put them on the bar, but they come with these clamps, so put them on the roll bar is really the place they're designed to go on. Then you have a plug that goes into the mount that's built into the mower down there, and then the other part is for the switch here. Toro, in the instructions, say you have to take this panel off to wire the switch. You don't really have to. This part here has a little perforated line on it where they recommend installing the switch. If you very carefully cut that out with a razor blade, you can pull the wire up through the bottom, plug the wires into the back of the switch, and then push the switch in place. That's what I did. It came out perfect, and I didn't have to take the whole panel off. And all the wiring comes with the loom installed, so you would never know that it wasn't factory setup because it all matches perfectly. Obviously a little bit more expensive than a universal kit, but I think it's worth the money. You usually find this kit for around the $200 to $250 range, and it's a very, very bright set of lights. It's not hardwired, so the ignition has to be on. Ignition on, turn the switch on, and you have 2 very bright sets of LED lights. If you're somebody who's going to be working on a big piece of property or you're commercial, you really should get these. If you're working on a job and it's taking longer than you expected, and especially certain parts of the season where it gets dark early, this will really save you to get the job done so you don't have to come back the next day and do it. It's starting to get a little dark outside. Once it gets really dark, I'll bring the mower back out and I'll show you how bright it actually is. It is a really, really bright set of lights, a lot brighter than the old halogens would be. So when it gets a little bit darker, I'll bring the mower back out and we'll see exactly how much these LEDs light up. Alright, it's now sufficiently dark outside. A little bit of ambient light from the surrounding street lights and surrounding houses, but overall it's pretty dark. So if you were out still doing a job and it started getting dark outside, this is how bright the LED lights are. So this is the perspective from sitting on the mower. You now have a pretty good amount of visibility. You can see probably well over 100 feet in front of you. So this does a really nice job lighting up the surrounding area around the mower. So you can see quite a bit of grass in front of you. I don't think the camera really justifies exactly how far it goes, but you can see quite a bit from just these two LED lights. And then, you know, you can get more extensive if you wanted to put more lights on, but this is pretty sufficient for lighting up the area directly in front of you. And even if you weren't mowing, if you're pulling trailers or pulling anything behind the mower with the hitch it comes with, you can now see quite a bit more with the addition of these lights. So like I said before, well worth it. A little bit more expensive than a universal kit would be, but these lights and the other ones that I showed earlier are definitely some of the better accessories that I think everyone should definitely consider. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.